Morning, hound. And a beautiful one it is. Morning.
Morning.
After 3 weeks, not days, 3 weeks of not planting, we're finally going to get back out there again today. But our driest fields are the fields we're putting soybeans in. So we're going to switch the whole planter over, try to run a long day, and hammer a lot of acres of soybeans in after we switch the planter over and go 5-6 miles south of here. And then tomorrow we will switch back to corn and try to knock out a bunch of acres before it rains again, supposedly the following day. So reasons like this are exactly why we push in the spring and sometimes go when it's a little early and the field might be a little wet and the soil might be a little bit cold, but at least we can get some crop in, because now we're 3 weeks from last time and we've killed a bunch of yield. Just by being this late now, I mean, we're 2 weeks now past our average date on when we want to get stuff in the ground. So we've already killed a lot of corn yield just because of not being able to get in the field for 3 weeks. It's another prime, real example of why we like having a larger planter, high-speed planter, newer equipment that can get over the fields faster. Yeah? Okay. I'd have to look at the screen to know which side is what.
Okay, here's the home field. Let's see, can we get it bigger?
So that's where you dug last night.
That is where I dug.
You parked it by the path?
I'm upside down. No, the digger's here in the yard. You have to drive it down there. You know where the grove is here, and I got all this dug. I'm thinking we'll start here and dig all the way to the building sites. This 50 over here is too wet.
Onyx is headed down with the field cultivator to keep moving so he can be ahead of the planter with that. So it works well to show him that John Deere Ops Center app, because you can see where Dad was actually out last night running tillage. You can see right to the line on where he got stuff done. To switch the planter over here, we open up each row unit, take out these bowls. They're not plates anymore on these high-speed deals, they're bowls. These are the soybean ones here, so I'm going to be putting these ones in. And the seed dumps out just out of this little hopper here. That's all we lose as far as seed. We replace these strips here, go from these rough and bumpy ones to these yellow smooth ones here for soybeans. Pop those in, swap this out, and we're good to go, other than changing everything on the computer inside there. We also need to dump those big hoppers with what's left in there to get the corn out, which is easy enough to do, but when it's 60 degrees out and sunny and it's this time of year, come on. I feel like we need to be in a hurry, so every little thing we do makes me feel anxious. I lied a little bit. We don't actually change this wheel out anymore. We leave that in, just change the strip, pull the double eliminator back, and pull the plates. Bowls.
I can't see the tracks.
Well, no, you're looking good.
We can push it by hand.
Yeah. In little to your right. There, come straight in. Can't quite get to the other side to get it dumped, so we'll yank this ahead a little bit. Now we have never Never done this before. We had to lower the planter down a little bit. I don't really want to talk about it, but this is what we're gonna try. You gotta come my way a foot. Steer a little left if you can. Okay. I had it in. I had it in. Yep. Well, that worked. Well, that worked, so we're gonna do it again over here. Scooch a little this way, a little east. There you go. Ahead 8 inches. A little more. Ahead it in. I kind of doubt that. I almost went down on my ass too, trying to make the corner on the beans. Okay. Switch my crop over to, where's it at? Soybeans. Put in my variety. Single. Dad's gonna go grab a couple rocks before I get down there, and we got DHS out here putting axles underneath the grain dryer. So that's the old dryer there, split in two because it's a stacker. They'll put axles underneath it, and then the new owner will come and pull it out of here. Don't work too hard while we're gone, Didge. It'll be nice to have that gone, and even more exciting to see the new one roll in. Have a good day, Square Body. There's the first stuff planted right there. It's been 3 weeks now from today, I believe. And there are some just starting to break through. Yeah, that's extremely slow, but 3 weeks of just rain every other day, 5 to 6 inches of rain and a lot of cold, and we'll see what we've got. At least it's there. I'm not finding any rotten ones. We're not finding bad ones. It's just slow. I feel like I haven't done this in a long time. I think I got things switched over, so here we go. People ask why I still have markers on a new planter when it's run by GPS. Did you guys hear about the solar storm that happened recently? Shut down an awful lot of GPSs. People were really struggling. I just trust markers more when I'm going around the Andros. That's all. Plus, if there's a giant solar storm, I still have markers. Let's go make sure we're getting them where they need to be. I adjusted the depth just a little bit. I was planting my corn plenty deep 3 weeks ago. I don't want these beans quite as deep as that was. Make sure the closing wheels are doing their job. Definitely plenty of moisture down there. Everything looks pretty good to me. Well, it's gonna be a long day. I plan on being out here quite a while. Well, not here, because I'm gonna finish this eventually, but over there, and it's gonna be dark for a long time while I'm still going tonight. And I started my day at 5 a.m. I got up at 5, drove into town, put in a good hour-long workout, sweated like crazy because it's humid out. Gotta stay sharp, gotta stay focused. So, I'm gonna recharge my electrolytes. Bump the throttle. Just one packet of Element Today's flavor is going to be the mango chili. I'm normally a fruit guy, but this is what I grabbed when I pulled it out of my lunchbox. Just mix it in a bottle of water. Refill on all the important stuff. This stuff has got 0 sugar. There's no kinds of artificial whatever in here. It's not full of crazy stuff. It's got the magnesium, the sodium, the potassium, just the stuff that you want in there, the stuff you need to keep the brain fog away and keep yourself hydrated in a healthy way. And so it works with all kinds of diets. It works for people that are doing paleo or ketogenic diet or fasting, those kinds of things. It's actually great for people that are fasting. I've been drinking it for quite a while now, long before you guys heard about it on my channel, and I've noticed a huge decrease in my cramps at night, particularly leg cramps. I get terrible, awful leg cramps, especially after days with a lot of activity, whether it's a hard workout or a race or snowmobiling, those kinds of things. I get just wicked leg cramps, and this stuff helps big time. If you guys want to try it for yourself right now, you can actually use my link. It's drinkelement.com/farmer, and you can get 8 free samples with any order, whether you're a new or a returning customer. That way you can figure out what your favorite flavor is. My favorites are the citrus and the grapefruit, personally. They've also got some chocolate ones that you can mix them in with something hot water, whatever you want. I don't know. I go for the citrus and the grapefruit most of the time. But you can get 8 free flavors right now just using my link, drinkelement.com/farmer. That's LMNT, spelled a little different. Just use the link below. That'll help you out. And they have a no questions asked return policy, so if for some weird reason you don't like it, just let them know and they'll refund you. Try it out for yourself. Let me know if you do. Before, if you see a drone fly overhead over there, it's just the rock picking guys. They're out here again grabbing what we're doing today, so they'll have that mapped out for later. We got TerraClear out here again taking some photos, so they'll map the rocks and come out and pick those with the skid steer that they've got. I think they have multiples actually. I don't know, when they come out, I'll definitely have some video for you guys. It's pretty cool, like a medieval looking machine that deep cleans the field. Well, that does it for this 120. But I gotta stretch and hit the little boy's room. I couldn't even wait the extra 30 seconds to fold it up. Anybody in there? It's nice out here. Get the dust off. Stringer cart. There's the TerraClear drone right up there, mapping out this next field that I'm pulling into. Yep, 5 before. I was just going to see if you could hear me yet. I'm going to be coming up on the north side of the field west of where Stefan used to live.
Okay, I'm just pulling out of the driveway. Onyx is a little uncomfortable taking the roller down the road. So will it work if we fill you and give you a ride back here? And you can take the roller and Onyx can take the Ranger down there, and then you've got something to drive?
Yep, that works.
I was a little concerned too if I end up on Pocket Lake and all I got the tractor and you guys are down there with each of the tractor, nobody can get anywhere to help me with anything.
We'll have the Ranger now then.
I didn't tarp this. Do I need to?
No, that's up to you. We always have, I guess. You don't want to be throwing any rocks up in there.
Battery's dead. I think I can just start it. I'm halfway to route loading. And then, what do I have to hold on there to shut the tarp?
It shows instructions inside the door, but I think you got to hold shift and then tarp close.
Okay. Okay, we'll be down there. You might be waiting for us for a little bit, but we're on our way at least.
Well, allegedly I have seed guys on the way, which would be handy because I'm out. Not only do these tracks, you know, save compaction, but they make really nice benches to eat lunch on. And you can sit and think about life and have a can of coffee. Yep. That'll work for this one.
The digger should go, don't you think?
Yeah. It better.
And then I'll just follow you, Dad.
Okay. Aaron's out to wash the race cars. So Onyx is just moving the car over for him. If you want to check that out, you should go over to Between the Rows, our second channel, which is linked down below, and you can check out the racing stuff. But Onyx didn't want to pull this down the road because it turns not that nicely. He just wasn't comfortable in it because he's never done it. And these guys got crane things happening. So they've got axles on the dryer right there. They've got that job done, but now they're working on the cage to put up this double run up there that's going to go from this bin over to here. This tractor needs a bath real bad. But in a completely unsurprising twist of go figure, we're trying to beat some rain again. We got the hoses all hooked up, but the valves are off yet. So we leave those locked in just so it doesn't settle over the winter and end up on the ground. I think that's all of them. I'll find out. Gotta remember how to do this. I haven't run this in a long time. Well, apparently we gotta have the cylinder stops out too, or else those tires don't really want to come up. Who'd have thunk it? I bet I gotta take those ones out too. Mendigo puts this bar here as a spot to store these, so they're out of the way and you don't lose them. Oh, I'm gonna need to take the pressure off those. We are rolling. Now I know you drive a race car and everything, but do you think you can handle this?
No.
I have faith in you. I'm gonna make you handle it anyway.
So I don't ever really have to take it out of float, do I?
No,
Yeah.
don't. I wouldn't ever take it out until you're done with the field and you're folding up. A little bit of dust flying. It's funny how fast we can go from too wet to this. Well, toodles. This gives me a very Austin Powers running over a guy with a steamroller type of vibe. I'll bet he didn't think I was ever gonna leave. Now I'll take my trusty steed back to the planter. Rolling, keep rolling. Planters everywhere. Back to the main job here. Tile guy even just called and said he got a big tile opened up on this field. We had one that was plugged, a big 10-inch tile in the back that just closed up a ditch for us, but it plugged up and pushed its way up through and was making a mess back there. So he was able to find the blockage and dig down and clear that open, and we're back in business again. See, there's always all kinds of fun stuff like that going on behind the scenes, but I don't get to show you guys all the time because I'm just one guy. I'm just stuck doing whatever I'm doing. So I make the 100 phone calls, but I don't get to go break open a tile. I mean, sometimes I do, but not today. Hello.
Hi there.
Hi.
See, the roller should stay down there tonight. He probably won't get done anyway. But we might want to use that in Dalvas if it's down there and ready.
Right.
So.
He's got to be,
Okay.
I don't know, he's got to be getting down there on Hagen's.
Okay, yeah. And then he'll have everything you're doing now to the row.
Right.
So, but it goes pretty fast.
Yeah, it does.
So it's going okay for you?
Yep, no issues, I guess.
So that's good. Hopefully it stays that way.
Right.
So, okay. Yeah, well, I'll let you keep going. I'm just going to go here for a while. So far it's going good.
Okay.
So, okay. I will talk to you later.
All right, sounds good.
Yep. Yep, bye.
Bye. Onyx. Onyx. Well, it says I'm talking to him. Are you there? I couldn't hear you at all. Okay. Do you need me to zip over there and fold it up? Probably. Okay. I'll be up at the Ranger in a few minutes here. I'll run down there. Alright, bye. Onyx is caught up in the first field, so I'm going to run down and fold that roller up for him, because that is a tricky, it's just tricky to fold up, and he hasn't done it before, so to be safe, I'm going to run down there. I had to relearn myself exactly how that's supposed to go, but we got it. Just a lot of little moving things you got to do at the right time. Perfect time of the day to be looking through dirty windows. This is not our field, but I can see the baby corn. I can just start to row it. That's the first one I've noticed. Finally. Oh, this one is ours. I can see corn. Same afternoon. Whew, that was close. I thought maybe the neighbors beat us by a day or two. Well, that's kind of a fun view. Now I just got to go 1 mile that way to my tractor right up there. So we're going 8.6 miles per hour right now. And this thing is actually singulating our soybeans. 99.8% singulation at 130,000 seeds per acre. So we're still watching our singulation. That's just part of what this planter can do, and I can speed that up. I mean, I just don't drive this fast that often, but there's our 10 miles per hour, and we're still looking at 99.7. See, we're gonna have to boost our gauge wheels up a little bit if I'm gonna drive this fast. Okay, so it falls off to 99.6 or so, 99.5. Come on, tractor, catch up. There we go. So at 130,000 seeds per acre, I mean, it fell off that, 2 or 3 tenths of a single percent on soybeans, which soybeans are not fussy. Corn is fussy. Corn wants to be placed perfectly. Soybeans just want to touch the dirt and they'll grow. I'm also not running the exact shot on this because we don't need a starter fertilizer on soybeans. But you could, or you could run different products in it. One of the really good ones I think would be soy green. A lot of people in our area, we struggle with iron chlorosis, iron deficiency in the soil with soybeans. You could run like a soy green in that, and I believe, I mean, I know you can turn it on and off in areas where you need it and don't need it, but I guess we don't run it. I'd have to check into if you could actually cut the rate on it or not, so don't quote me on that. But check. It'd be cool if you could. That would be a huge savings because soy green is crazy expensive. Or for people planting other crops with other things, depending on what you want to do, where you're at in your operation, different fits for the same product with that exact shot. Farmerman. Look at it go. I can actually see it moving. Well, time to check some beans. Beans look good. Sun's gone for the day. See those back there? Stop looking at me, swans. They're still there. They're still looking at me. And the gadgety planter lights may as well turn on. There we go. Got about 243, 244 acres done for the day. I'm gonna head back home now. It's gonna be a 20-minute drive. Pull into the shop about 10 o'clock. And I'm gonna switch this thing back over to corn so we can start right away tomorrow. Because it sounds like we may have enough time between tomorrow and the next day to possibly, maybe, potentially finish corn. So I'm gonna go do everything I did this morning all over again, but opposite. Move this guy out of the way. Well, it looks like Aaron got the buggies all shined up. Okay, here we go. This again. Wasn't a whole lot of seed left in there. Planter switched over. Just need to dump one tank. One side was pretty much empty, so the other one will dump in the morning. I'm gonna get this stuff off my hands and go pick Dad up, because he doesn't have a vehicle right now. I got the planter switched over. The only thing that's left is we gotta dump the left side tank tomorrow.
Okay.
So the right side tank was low enough. I dumped it in a bucket. We'll just have to get the skid loader and move a tote over and dump the left side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So I'll head up there and get you now. That way you don't have to bring the tractor home.
Yeah, that'll work good. Yep. Get this thing to here. So.
Well, how do I unlock his truck? You had to get a lot done here.
Yeah, about 3 short rounds left.
That's it? In the big part?
40 acres and then the 2-acre deal.
Oh, okay. You look nice, Didge. Well, I'm gonna go to bed now that it's about midnight. Be sure to check out all of our apparel, link down below where you can get cool stuff like this. Okay, thanks for watching.